Hey guys, listening to Vol, bringing you another audio commentary, and I've actually got Psyonicreaver with me, so it's a pleasure to have him here and doing a dual commentary with me. This game that we're watching is between two very special players. We've got Bisu, none other than ABC Bisu, down the bottom right corner with Protoss. I think he's still using his NBC nick, even though he's with SKT1 now, as the brown Protoss. And we've got E-Nature ArtofTerran as the blue Terran at the top left on Tower Cross. Now, this guy, ArtofTerran, is an older StarCraft player. He's actually a head coach of none other than the Pro League gaming team, Istro. He's actually the one training Idra right now over in Korea. So it'll be really interesting to see how he goes against the likes of Bisu. And this replay actually showed up on fighterreplays.com. This Terran's actual real name is Kim Dong-jin, if you guys know him. And really interested to see how he actually plays these days. So, Psyonicreaver, what do you actually know about these guys, especially Kim Dong-jin? I mean, have you heard of him before?
I have heard of him before. ArtofTerran, boy, this takes me back a couple of years, long time ago. He was around back with Boxer and all those guys. Like if you mention any Terran name, you would always say Boxer first, but then right after that, you'd probably throw an ArtofTerran in there somewhere. He was definitely a great player back in the day, and he does an excellent job now as a coach of the head of Istro. Although the team isn't doing quite so well, they've been importing new players like Idra and a couple of other players that are on their team, and he's trying to get his team strengthened up. He's also actually one of the head coaches of all the head coaches of all the teams. He's actually the one who's really adamant about StarCraft 2. He's very excited about StarCraft 2. And of course, we all know Bisu, and right now, just so everybody knows, Bisu is doing a 13 Nexus in his expansion. So he's he buried with the pylon to get the Nexus down. We all know who Bisu is. He was on fire as of 1 or 2 MSLs ago, OSLs, but then he just started getting face stomped left and right, and he also hurt his wrist. So right now he's just kind of bouncing back and forth, just trying to recover his game. But I love Bisu, and I loved how he's revolutionized the Protoss versus Zerg, along with Nalra and a couple of others. But I love how he's taken that into a very fun and exciting matchup. So I'm expecting, and Bisu does not have very bad Protoss versus Terran. A lot of people only talk about his PvZ. He's very good in all the other matchups as well. His Protoss versus Terran is very well. And opening like this on Tal Cross, which is kind of people consider Tal Cross a Terran map. Opening with such a gutsy build on Tal Cross is actually a very smart move. It'll allow him to get the economical gain in the early game and give him one step over ArtofTerran.
Yeah, and if you look at what ArtofTerran's doing, he's actually walling at his choke point with a barracks and supply depot, and that says to me that he's not actually going to use the map advantage, which is actually doing a 2-fact push or some kind of fast FD Terran, which this map is very good for. And I mean, that would be precisely the thing you'd want to do against Bisu, putting him with a 13 Nexus. So I'm just wondering what kind of plan he's got in mind. He sent out a scout quite late. He's not going to find out about, oh my god, we've actually got a starport going down in ArtofTerran's base. A starport right smack bang in the middle there. So he's gonna be trying something very sneaky and cheesy. That's actually what Skew mentioned on the Fighter Replays site itself, that his opinion of ArtofTerran was that he could have gone a bit further if he'd opted to play a lot of straight up games in his day instead of doing a lot of cheesy stuff. I don't actually go that far back in my history with following the scene, but if that's true, then oh well. Meanwhile, back at Bisu space, he's got a single zealot, and he's upgrading Dragoon range, a pretty standard follow-up to 13 Nexus. But wow, starport. The only thing I can think of is that he's adding his control tower down now. He's going to get a fast dropship out. He's got some tanks ready to protect his front door, and meanwhile he'll probably go and drop some tanks on that cliff right next to the Nexus, and cause Bisu a bit of a headache with his expansion that way. And we'll see how that pays off for him. I'm just not sure if he'll be able to actually put Bisu's economy back behind enough for him to catch up, because he's going to be way behind if he doesn't inflict some serious damage.
The nice thing about the position that Bisu is in for ArtofTerran is this is actually the only spot where you can really get a siege tank close enough to hit the Nexus. And all the other spots, it's really hard to attack the main area with the siege tank effectively or even the peon line. But this position at the 6 o'clock where the natural is, a Siege Tank can get it right up on that ledge. He's more susceptible to Dragoon fire, but he can hit a lot of that mineral line and of course hit directly on that Nexus. So actually this spawn location turned out very well for Art of Terran. You can see a dropship will let him 2 Siege Tanks, and they're already on the way down. Of course, Bisu is left completely in the dark, so he's forced. He has all of his Dragoons out of his base. He has to know what Art of Terran is doing, so he's pulling up all of his forces to attack Art of Terran. He has to know what he's doing because it's been too long since he's heard or seen from him, and he's just already about to get slapped right in the face here because that dropship is just now arriving on that plateau.
Ouch, ouch, this is going to hurt. So two tanks now dropping down, getting as close as possible to that Nexus as they can, sieging up, and then wham, shelling straight into that Nexus. The probe. Very quick reaction time from Bisu. He's actually got the probes out of there. Not a single probe kill yet from the tank, so if he can stave this off with some Dragoons, that'll be great. His robotics facility is just finishing now. He'll probably be starting on a shuttle to deal with this. And oh my god, the dropship's gone down. The Dragoon's coming a lot closer to the tanks. Very quick reaction time here by ArtofTerran as well. Unsieging the tanks and sieging them back up again, just as you said, at the right position. And there's plenty of room here for the tanks to move around. I like how he's split up the tanks there. He's got them far apart, so one of them can shell and the other one can provide some covering fire there. And, oh my god, those Dragoons are just not getting any hits at all. Like with the high ground, that tank's barely been scratched. It's taken like 19 damage so far, and it's going to be a while before that shuttle arrives to deal with this. So ArtofTerran's done very well to actually stop this economy from racing away from him. In the meantime, he's got a command center ready to lift off, and he's got a second dropship with 2 more tanks on the way.
ArtofTerran is taking a very strong lead in this game, and I just love what he's doing with this Siege Tank. He sieges it, unsieges it, sieges it, and the reason why he unsieges is to make it disappear back into the fog of war, and so those Dragoons just run around aimlessly getting shot by the tank. You can see Bisu has lost a ton of tanks to just those 2 Siege Tanks. 5 kills on 1 Siege Tank, 1 kill on 1 Siege Tank. Finally, Bisu coming in with 2 Dragoons to clean up the mess, but they almost took out that Nexus. It's only at 400 HP, and Siege Tank's being dropped off by the middle line, the main base. Bisu hasn't seen it. Probes getting taken out. That dropship spike for those Siege Tanks, and Bisu loses about 6 probes, 7 probes to those Siege Tanks, and now they're shelling that Nexus as well. And poor Bisu, forced to run his units all the way back from the natural to deal with those tanks. Of course, ArtofTerran just going to pick those units up, and he's just going to fly away. Oh, he's actually doing something really nice. He's actually using dropship micro.
Bit of a cute micro mode. Wow. Yeah, that was very cute. Like, he's gonna lose that tank now, but man, he's just rubbing it in Bisu's face right now, man. This is tragic. It's if I didn't know who the players were, I probably wouldn't have picked this with Bisu, because normally you wouldn't see him getting beaten so badly by a professional programmer. But look at this. He's got his probes going back now. Luckily, he hasn't lost that Nexus at the natural expansion. That's important, and that'll allow him to stay in the game. So let's just take a look back at ArtofTerran's base. He's got his expansion well underway now. He's got 2 factories up, pumping tanks. He's still got 2 dropships left alive. He's just repairing one of them. Very smart move. And oh my god, this is very audacious stuff. He's actually expanding at the 12 o'clock, or maybe what's that, the 11:30 position. Anyway, it's the second natural for the 9 o'clock Tower Cross position, and SCB building a command center there. But Bisu is actually heading up there straight away with about 8 Dragoons. Could be 7 Dragoons, 7 or 8. I can't really count them yet. That's 8, and he should be able to take that command center out straight away. So I think that's a bit of a waste by ArtofTerran if Bisu spots that. It's going to be a bit of a miracle if Bisu misses it. But Bisu also taking his second natural now, and there's the Nexus going down. The Dragoons are just camping outside ArtofTerran space, and haven't spotted that command center yet. So, SCV moving across. Looks like the Dragoons are going to be heading up, and the Dragoons still don't head up the north and spot it. I guess Bisu just does not expect that. He's got a shuttle full of zealots, so he'll be able to do some bombs if ArtofTerran's not careful. There's a turret there. And, whoa, big attack coming in now. Dragoon's trying to get through, but ArtofTerran's blocked off his entrance with engineering bay and barracks. Bisu's not going to be able to get in. His Dragoons are going to be shelled. And ouch, that was a bit of a misstep by Bisu.
I think that was very poor scouting on Bisu's part.